Okay, so let's take a look at mixed numerals. And we have improper fractions. Okay, so this would be considered 11 over 4 if we consider improper fraction. And this can be written as a mixed numeral as 2 and 3/4. Okay, or 2 and 3/4. Now, just before we begin, really improper fractions are better than mixed numerals. Now, mixed numerals certainly have their place. Okay, and they are very useful in letting us know how big this number is and where it fits on the number line. Okay, so 11 over 4, it's hard, you have to think a bit, figure out where that fits on the number line, whereas 2 and 3/4 on the number line is really easy to fit. Okay, so why are improper fractions better then? Well, we're not really so much interested in the numbers when we get into high school math. We want to understand the math. What's the math behind this? And the math in the improper fractions is much simpler than the math in a mixed number. Okay, there is, in that mixed number, it's hiding something. Okay, it's hiding a dirty little secret. Okay, and that dirty little secret, it's so dirty that they don't even want to show it. Okay, there's a dirty little secret here in that fractions, we know fractions are all about times and divide. So this is times 11, divide 4, times and divide, and we could do ratio algebra, and we can make this scale that's bigger and smaller, you finding an equivalent fraction. But the 2 and 3/4 is hiding something. It's hiding something in between the 2 and the 3/4. And you can probably figure it out by the wording. 2 and 3/4. 2 and 3/4 means they're hiding something in there. It's actually hiding a plus. We don't like those pluses. Pluses mess up times and divide. They're not compatible math. We really have to be careful of mixed numbers because of that hidden plus. Okay, that plus, this 2 plus 3/4 is hard to deal with because now we're mixing divide with pluses. And when we start mixing up divides and pluses, divides and times, we mix them up, no problem, no big deal. Minus and plus, we mix them up, no big deal. But when we mix up divide and plus and times and plus, we have to be extra careful. So, in general, we want to use improper fractions because the math is very much easier and simpler. It's all times and divide. That's what we want. When we talk about fractions, we want to be thinking times and divide. Okay, well that said, what is this mixed number? Well, 4 divides into 11. There's 2 groups of 4 that fit into 11 with 3 left over. So we express this as 2 wholes plus 3/4 left over. Okay, so we can convert to mixed numbers by figuring out how many denominators, how many wholes can we get from the numerator. Well, here 8 will go into 17. How many 8s fit into 17? I know 2 will fit in. That will give me 16 1/8 pieces. And then I have 1 piece left over, but I have to express that as, that's just a 1 piece, that's a 1/8 piece. Okay, and again, inside here, it's hiding that little plus. Okay, it's so embarrassed by that plus that it's hiding it, but it's there. Okay, we know it's there. We can't hide it from us. Okay, so what about this one here? We have 7 into, and this is a divide, right? So we can say 7 divided into 19. How many 7s fit into the 19? Well, I can do 2 groups of 7. That's going to give me 14. So I get 2 groups of 7, which gives me my 2 wholes. And I'm going to have 14, so I'm going to have 5 left over. So I have to express that 5 as 5/7. Okay, and really again, it's really plus 5/7, but we kind of don't like that. We're ashamed of that plus, so we just kind of hide it. Okay, so what about 50/12? How many 1/12 fit into there? Well, there's 4 groups of 12. Okay, so that's going to give me my 4 whole groups. And when I divide 12 into 50, I have 2 left over. 48, 4 groups of 12 is 48 leaves with 2 left over, so I end up with 2/12. But really I should probably simplify this to 4 1/6. Okay, now we could simplify at the end, but really in many cases it's actually easier to simplify at the beginning. So this shares a common factor of 2. So I can actually simplify that to 25/6 first. And then I can say, okay, how many groups are there's 4 groups of 6, that makes 24, with 1 left over, 1 1/6 piece left over. Okay, so that's how we should look at this. And again, we can justify this by, we should make sure our pictures match. Pictures never lie. So if I have 1/8 pieces, okay, I have 8 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm going to have another 1 hole here. And I'm going to have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I still haven't gotten all those pieces, so I need another fraction circle. But this time I'm only going to use that one piece. Okay, that's it. 17, and there's my 2 1/8. Okay, so make sure that our pictures, we can visually see what this improper fraction looks like and how this relates to that mixed number.